Welcome to part 3. You might want to get yourself one of these. It's a mandrel, a handheld one, and what you're going to use it for is enlarging the hole slightly in the horns, because you're going to struggle getting those metal parts into there. So I just thought I'd let you know right at the very beginning before you get there. Now I've jumped ahead a little bit just to save time, because the last video overran by a lot, so I'm going to try and speed things up and try and get this in within half an hour. So coming to the fuselage, or as I like to say, the fuzz. Putting the stickers on is pretty self-explanatory. It's not hard, it's not difficult. You don't need me to show you how to do it, but here it is. So you've got your top sticker on, got your bottom sticker on. Okay, don't put this bit in just yet, because you need to put the hooks in for the servo arms. Okay, and when it comes to the underneath, you'll find the hatch. Now with the hatch, let's get in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. You've got to put the magnet in this little hole here. Okay, and then get the opposing magnet, making sure you've got it so one attracts to the other, because if you get it the wrong way around, they will oppose each other and you'll never get the hatch closed. You pop the opposite magnet in here. Well, what you do is actually you put the sticker on first, then you put the magnet in there, and you fold this bit over, and then that goes onto there, and there you go, like magic. Okay, so that closes there, and the rest is just putting the stickers on. And as you know, this here is to let air into the ducted fan, so that can the other end. Okay, like a dog is eating something he shouldn't. So now we've got to put the horizontal stabilizer on, or to the uninitiated, the rudder. There's nothing complicated about it. It just glue it on, slots in, it just goes in, and the ply bit goes in the middle there, and there's a little sticker that goes over the top of it that doesn't seem to match very well, but there you are. Okay, and then we have to move rapidly onto the horizontal stabilizers, and to the uninitiated, the elevators. Now what you've got to do, and this time I've used the cocktail stick, put a crease along the elevator either side. Okay, on both sides, right? There you go, like that. Now I've jumped ahead and put the horns in because I think it's just easier to do while they're loose. That's the only reason. Otherwise you put these in later in the build, but I just thought it'd be easier. Now you're going to have 3mm give either way on there, and there's plenty there. That bit's missing, don't know why. Something happened to it, I don't know what happened to it, but anyway, there you go. Then you come to the wings. Now as I explained in, I think it was part 1, the red light there looking from the top goes on the left, and the green light there looking from the top goes on the right. So that's the left, that's the right. Okay, so it would look like that. So if you turn it over, there's your underneath. So now to give the aerofoil wing shape, you've got to press along here, not too hard, slightly bend it up like that. And when it comes to the ailerons, you put a crease down there and a crease down there, not pressing too hard. And again, you want at least a minimum of 3mm movement, and it must move freely. So there you go, same there. And then with the horns, make sure you've enlarged the holes. It's a very small, just a 0.6mm drill bit. It's a very fine one, and you should have no problems. So all we've got to do now then is to, I didn't check the time before I started this, by the way, is do a dry fit to see if they're going right, and they should rest on that plastic part there. Okay, and that will give you the correct angle. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use my zap And we're going to put a bit of zap on that. And the only reason I'm using this is just to make things go a little bit quicker. There's nothing wrong with the glue supplied. It's just my preference, okay? So, there you go, in there like that. That rests on there. We're going to put a little bit of glue on there to secure that. Only a little bit. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. I should have a little bit of blue paper. There it is. Wipe off the excess. There you go. And we'll just let that go off. Now, I don't want to be waiting, so a little bit of kicker. There you go. And that, after a few seconds, should, in theory, there you go, be ready. Okay, right, so we're going to do the other one. Put that down there for a second or two. There you go. Right, so we're going to put a little bit on there. There we go. And put some glue on here. Also, we don't want to glue the elevator part. That would be silly, wouldn't it? Okay. You said checking the other side. All right. Now I'm going to push that in like so. Oh! Don't do that. Okay. Now I might have to do some adjustment here because the you have to burn apart there. Want a better words. I think he's fouling the movement of the elevator. I'm running out of kicker. I've got another bottle. Got a brand new bottle. This one looks a little higher than the other one. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. Let it go off. I will. What I'll do. See how close that movement is. So what I'm going to do, once that's gone off, fully gone off, I'm just going to use the nail file, and I'll just take a couple of millimeters off that either side, and that will give it full movement on the down. The up is okay, no problem or issues with the up. All right, and but you do need down, definitely. So they're in. Okay, so we've got the horns on the ailerons there, and do a dry fit. There's two little slots here. Okay, they go in there, and then you've got, looking from the underneath, you've got this plastic part here. That's the dihedral brace, as I like to call it. So all we've got to do, more or less what we did with the elevators, making sure that that's green, so that goes on the right. Here we go. There we are. We'll put some glue on the bit of plastic there. Okay. Put a little bit of an angle there, so we don't want all the glue going anywhere we don't want it to go. So I'm just brushing my thumb on there to make sure that that makes contact. Okay. All right. Do a little wicking in, because we're wicked. There we go. Make sure that that doesn't come off in flight. I really should get the new one of this, shouldn't I? Oop. There we go, get the last of it out. Solve that in place. Second or two. The only thing with this is it does tend to go white. And I believe that's not a very popular colour at the moment. Right, just hold that there for a second. So while I'm holding that, I'll see if I can get my new kicker. There's the new one. Yeah, there we go. Let's enable that. Could really do with a nozzle coming out here. Right, it's okay, just readjusting my feet. So that's not moving, that's good. So we do another dry fit here. You should make it good practice to do a dry fit on anything that you're gluing to make sure there's nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do. That looks okay. I'll put a little bit of CA foam safe on there. You must use foam safe. I cannot emphasize that enough. You must use foam safe. Repeat after me. I must use foam safe. There we go. All the way along. Not forgetting the leading edge. So we already know that it will go in, so we should be pretty confident. There we go. We hold the plastic dihedral part on there. Alright, let's see if we can get the new one to work. Yes, there we go. We'll just hold that there for a minute or so. Let that go off. Now it looks like an airplane, doesn't it? That's what we've been aiming for. Give that. Is it gone off? Yeah, I think so. I think so. So there we have it. Now I think the instructions now talk about putting the canopy on. So what you want to do before you start messing with the canopies, make sure there's nothing on your hands and the canopy is clean. Okay. Now I've gone forward a little bit again because I find it easier to put the stickers on while it's off the model. It's just my personal preference. But you put your stickers on the canopy, and then putting the stickers on the canopy also helps you to trim it as to what shape it should be, because it's not dead obvious. So now this is something I've not practiced, so let's rest it on there like that. Okay. That looks about right to me. So it's got to go there. So what we've got to do now, I've never used this product before. I've always used a different product, and looks like it's going to need a hole in it. With the punch one down, I'll cut the end off. Let's see what we can do. The mandrel down it, if we're lucky. Feeling lucky, punk. Oh, there you go. See if that'll squirt out. Try a bit on the blue paper there. Yep. Lovely that is. So here we go. I didn't read the instructions. I should have, because I don't know how long it takes to go off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this canopy on, edit it here. There's a hair there. Edit it here, because I don't know how long it's going to take to go off. Oop. And let it dry, and then start recording again once I know it's gone off. And yeah, glue on my thumb. Oh dear, now I've got some on the inside of the canopy there. That's not good, but it does dry clear, so we're going to place that on. Okay, and basically just leave it like that. And I know that will dry clear. So if it's a little bit messy, it doesn't really matter too much. It will dry clear. There you go. I'd like to leave something heavy on there, so put a bit of weight on it. I'm wondering what I can use actually. I hadn't thought about this before I started. Let's have a look, see what the instructions say. What surface and tape parts together, drying time 3 hours. It says put a bit of tape on it, which is not a bad idea. I'll go and get some tape. What's it say on it? Nitto tape, Nitto, Nitto tape, made in Japan. It's really low tack, so it's ideal for this model. It won't. Oh, there's some sharper. It won't rip off the colours on the card or anything. Okay. Don't know how long this video has been going on yet. There you go. So I'll just leave that for 3 hours and put it to one side. So I'm going to edit it there and see you in a couple of seconds. Bye bye. Well, here we are. I left the canopy to go off overnight, and there's the results. It's absolutely clear. You can't see any glue anywhere. It's turned out rather good. This is the first time I've used this particular glue, although I've used canopy glue before, but a different make. But that's turned out really, really well. So I think I can recommend that. What's it called? Zap Canopy Glue Formula 560. Clear, fast drying, bonds canopies and plastic parts to almost anything, remains flexible. Yeah, 3 hours. So there you go. That's what it's called. So what I'm going to do next is, I'll just put this to one side just for a moment. we're going to start looking at doing the control rods. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll just set this up now, because we are getting into using up a lot of time and space on this video. Is to, if you get your parts ready, what I'll do is I'll make these up and show you how to do them in the next video, because otherwise the videos become too long and people lose interest. So just so you're ready for the next one, just get all your, don't need those right now. There we go. You need your heat shrink. You're going to need your carbon fibre rods, and they're sellotaped together. Now these come in different lengths for good reason, and I'm going to go in depth on how to do this. I've done this on other videos related to minimum RC models, but I'm going to do it one more time so you know how to go about it. So I'm going to end it there, and before you start setting everything up, re-energize your receiver and your battery and just make sure everything's in the neutral position. You're going to need some clothes pegs put onto the control surfaces to keep them in the neutral position. So make sure you've got some clothes pegs, you've got all your parts ready, and then I'll launch into how to do it. But you've got to make sure everything's central, neutralized, so that you get the lengths correct. Okay, so I'll call it a day on part 3. I'll see you in part 4, and we'll get into it, and I'll put the overhead camera on so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so don't forget to thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe. There's plenty of other models on my channel that you can have a look at, and balsa models and indoor models, and I even do a machine gun, how to make a Thompson machine gun. As far as elastic bands, it's a great toy for a young'un, and won't hurt anybody. So yeah, just have a look for the rest of the channel, have a mooch about, and oh yeah, do a rocket plane, how to build a real rocket plane, an ME-163 with a real rocket on the end of it. So okay, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and that'll help me out a great deal. Thank you very much, and thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.